Hello, greetings to the season, dear friends. It's now time to see the background of this overall semester. And for third semester optional English, the syllabus prescribed for the students studying in Davangere University. Unit 1, that is background, Renaissance and its impact, a rise of the theatre, Milton's epic, the metaphysical school of poetry, neoclassicism, that is development of English prose, rise of the novel. See, under the broad categorization of Renaissance and its impact, we study these things. The Renaissance was a cultural movement that marked the rebirth and revival of learning, politics, literature, art, religion, social life, and music. It began in Italy in the 14th century and spread to the other European countries during 15th and 16th centuries. Niccolo Machiavelli, Francis Bacon, Nicholas Copernicus, Petrarch, Giovanni Boccaccio, William Shakespeare, Galileo, Christopher are some of the prominent personalities of the Renaissance period. Uh, During this period, the rise of theatre is also studied. English Renaissance theatre, commonly known as Elizabethan theatre, refers to the theatre of England between 1562 and 1642. The style pioneered by William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Ben Jonson. Milton's epic, the metaphysical school of poetry. Metaphysical means beyond the physical. The major poets of this school explored the variety of fusions like blending of wit and emotion, divinity and nature, environmental images, a lyrical flow of thought and verse, etc. They used stock of metaphors and abundant of conceits. And neoclassical or neoclassicism, that is the development of English prose. Neoclassicism is the literary movement of the 17th century which emphasized on the rebirth and restoration of classicism. 18th century witnessed the massive rise of printing and the production of a new form of literature, that is prose. The period, also known as the Age of Prose and Reason. The key feature of prose was satire, and thereby it gave rise to the novel. See, the rise of novel, which is studied with the factors impacting or factors influencing the rise of novel, what all the things made people write and read novels. The Industrial Revolution paved the way for the rise of the middle class. They preferred the subjects related to their daily life. Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe and Henry Fielding's Tom Jones are some of the early English novels. See, the literary terms that you people are going to study for this semester are like this, and you will have uh, a session on each literary term in the epic, metaphysical conceit, wit, satire, allegory, neoclassicism, dramatic unities, humanism. See, Unit 3, you have a separate discussion or topic on metaphysical poetry, and where you have Sun Rising and Canonization by John Donne, To His Coy Mistress by Andrew Marvell, The Caller by George Herbert, Alexander Pope by Alexander Pope's Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, and John Donne's Sun Rising and Canonization. They deal with Sun Rising is a metaphysical love poem, and sun is personified as busy old fool. The poet uses abundant witty conceits and logics to celebrate the physical proximity and the denial of the significance of the outside world. Canonization refers to the way that the poet's love will enter the canon of true love. The poet uses spiritual and religious images to describe erotic love. And another poem, To His Coy Mistress by Andrew Marvell, such a wonderful poem. It is also a classic seduction poem. The poet persuades his mistress to love him and sees the day, as life is short. Love, sex, and mortality are the major themes of this poem. The Caller by George Herbert is a poem with a different approach and with its unique characters or features of metaphysical school of thought. The collar refers to the white band worn by the clergy. The role of a priest as a servant and rebels against the restrictive pressures that surrounds him. The poem is known for its dramatic opening, argumentative approach, and colloquial tone. And one more interesting poem by Alexander Pope, Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot is a poetic letter of 420 lines. It is addressed to his friend who is a physician and a writer. The poet discusses the artist and political affairs of England along with his career as a poet. And we have King Lear prescribed for this semester. King Lear is a well-known tragedy of Shakespeare. The theme of the filial gratitude is presented through two families. The tale revolves around Lear and his three daughters. The king alienates his truly devoted daughter, believing in his other two daughters, but realizes their true nature very lately and winds up in tragic death. And Edmund Spenser, you are prescribed with Edmund Spenser also, and his Prothalamion and Epithalamion. Prothalamion and Epithalamion are marriage poems with a great traditional imagery. Epithalamion is longer, elaborate, and less personal poem. Prothalamion is a more personal poem. See, this is what background of or actually an introduction of the syllabus prescribed for you for this semester. Thank you.